when they refused to bring it to the cabinet subcommittee that I chaired.
Okay.
And he said, usipeleke kwa hiyo mtu ya maneno mingi. It was taken direct to the cabinet without coming through the cabinet committee that I chaired.
Okay.
And he gave a direct approval without discussion, so we just regularized it in cabinet. And nobody could speak.
Was it a legit deal, though?
Of course not. It was pure theft of public funds.
So they were actually selling the airport?
Yeah, they were selling the airport, just like the way they have sold Bomas of Kenya. Bomas of Kenya, somebody has been given, a fellow from Turkey has been given a lease for 99 years. You know, and they are also using government money from the tourism fund to give to the guy to improve the facility. Lease it to somebody, then use government funds and give to the guy. It's pure theft. You know, Kenya now is a criminal enterprise. In fact, State House is a scene of crime. For practical purposes. Hii ni serikali tu ya ukora na biashara. And I can tell you, in another 2 years, if things go the way they are going, there will be no country, you know?
Watauza country?
Oh, they'll sell everything. We last 6 months.
Okay. Is there anything good about our president that you can say?
I don't know. I'm very disappointed, like all Kenyans. I really believed in this man. I really believed in him and what he was telling me and telling the people of Kenya.
Okay.
Mama Mboga, Boda, the church. He had great ideas. Bottom-up economic transformation. I'll put money in your pocket. Good things. And because me, I'm a people person, he said many good things that if they were done, this would be a good country.
Okay.
They were all lies. He did not intend to do any of them.
Which one has he accomplished that you're like, this one is take Bakanjoro?
The theft of the baby rat, that is accomplished.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm talking.
I think the only thing he has succeeded is the impeachment of Gachagua, done in record two weeks. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah? There's nothing. There's nothing you can tell the people. I've looked around, anything tangible, not one.
Okay.
Not one.
There's a story that the title deed for the office of the president is missing. You saw the story?
I saw the story. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. These people have appetite for land and buildings. You know? Serious appetite. And I don't even know how much land they want. The other day they took land for IDPs in Davivi. The president has taken over. He's now growing wheat in that farm. That farm was for IDPs.
Like the president is growing his own?
He has taken over that land in Davivi. 5,000 acres, land that was meant for IDPs. He has grabbed it by force. And nobody can ask any question. If you go to that area in Narok, the land would be 6,000 acres, where 5 people were shot dead the other day. He has taken that land. It's in public domain. We have the information. Land from his own kinsmen, the Kipsigis. He's taken that land, you know. But my question is, here I'm only 3 acres. It's even too much, the land that I have here. What does he want to do with all this land? There's a serious appetite for public land, you know.
You said his intelligence is being given,
no.
So it is not his.
He is also not good because I was there telling him the truth.
Also, you are giving him.
I told him the truth, and because he doesn't want the truth, he got rid of me. He doesn't want the truth.
So got rid of you because you're going to...
I told him the truth. I told him finance bill, it cannot work. I said, stop abduction, Mr. President. Stop killing young people.
So issue was not like you're planning to kill him. See, the story is you're planning to kill him.
You know the allies that he would give. How do you kill a president? That man is heavily guarded. And if I had planned to kill him, I would have been arrested and taken to prison. Sure. You know, even lying requires a bit of intelligence. you know, like Kibaki, sometimes in 1988, when there was Mololongo here in the area, he was rigged. And he said even the rigging requires a bit of intelligence. Yeah. Please, William Ruto, Kipchumba Murkomen, even lying requires some little bit of intelligence. You know, don't just lie to Kenyans when they can see you are lying to them. How do you lie when you are with a visiting president? On TV, you lie to the people of Kenya. looking at them without blinking, that all the people who had been abducted have been related with their families when you know it's a lie. You know?
Do you think he knows that he's lying sometimes?
No, he knows. He knows.
From
I think what has happened, by the way, William Ruto has lied so much that he believes in his own lies. You know, sometimes I even wonder whether his real name is William Ruto. Sometimes I have no doubt. Is he really William Ruto? Because, you know, these lies are just too much. When you go and say you talk to Cheluget, a guy who died in 2017, oh, you Cheluget, Muzijali, hata nimeketi naye juzi, tumekubaliana, hii maneno ya mashamba tumeketi na ni sawa na hiyo maneno yote nimenyorosha. And the man died in 2017. You know, I can't believe it.
If this government is so bad, why were you working so hard not to get impeached from the government that you are speaking harshly against?
Well, because I had not been employed by the government or by William Ruto or by members of parliament.
But you knew that you were only allowed to do a few things.
I was employed by the people of Kenya through a vote. Only them would fire me. I needed to stay inside so that I can try to correct things from inside.
But you still couldn't because you were...
No, I stopped. In my own small way, I stopped many things. Yeah, there are many things I would say no. And that is why he could not stand me. He got irritated because I was asking questions. In cabinet, I'm the only man who could say, no, this is wrong. This is not acceptable.
The others were not talking?
Nobody can talk. Even today, everybody is yes, sir. And that's what he wanted. William Ruto is everything.
At what point did you know Mambo Imechemuka when you are still with him in the government?
We struggled almost a year. It was very rough for that 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole of 2023 from October.
You saw it coming, bubbling pole.
Yeah. I couldn't stand what was going on, and I kept on telling him. And he was getting very irritated. You know, very irritated. The president is busy making deals and making money. He has no time to verify intelligence and to find out what is happening in the country. So he is a consumer of what Haji gives him. And he likes it that way because it's easier. He gets a report, he reads and says it's okay. But you can see, you know, how embarrassing it is. When abductions started, and we told him the abductions, he asked Haji, he said there are no abductions. The president went on TV and said there are no abductions. When everybody knew abductions are taking place, and there were videos showing people being abducted, he was told by Nuruddin there are no abductions. He said, fine. He went on another day, he said, we will stop the abductions. So people asked, if you will stop them, who will you stop? It means you know they were going on. The other day, there was a president of a certain country that came, I think last week. And in one of the questions he was asked about the abductions, he said, no, everybody who was abducted has been reunited with the family, yet many people have disappeared. This president is clueless. He's so embarrassing to the country because he's here. He's the president of the country. He's supposed to be so authoritative, yet he is lying to the people of Kenya in broad daylight. And he said that all these people have been reunited with their families, yet there are so many people who are missing. There are so many others who are dead. So these ones who are dead, and I was asking, probably the dead ones, he has revived them and he related them with the families. And probably he has that capacity because the other day in Narok, he said he has talked to somebody who died in 2017. So probably in the same way he talked to the guy who died in 2017, probably he has had a conversation with the Gen Zs who are killed, he has revived them and he related them. You know, we are very embarrassed as a country. I don't know, I don't think there is any Christian who can authorize the killing of young people. That cannot be a Christian. It cannot be. There is no man who is saved who can authorize police to kill Gen Zs and then go and deny that they have been killed. Then go ahead and lie that they have been reunited with their families. There is no Christian. I don't want to pass judgment because it is wrong. The Bible tells us don't judge anybody else. But in this matter, anybody who can kill young children cannot be a Christian. And you know, I don't know what is this obsession with young people and children. Back in the year 2007, in a church in Kiambaa, young children were put in a church and torched. And when the parents tried to get the children out so that the parents can die alone and the children can remain for future generations, the people sent to do that work got the children and put them back into the church, and it was torched, you know? So I don't know what is this obsession of killing young children. I don't know whether it's a cult, whether it's devil-driven, that you need the blood of young children. And I want to say this, and I want to be on record. The crisis that we face as a country, the challenges William Ruto faces as president, why nothing is working and everything is crumbling around him, is because the president is haunted by the blood of the Gen Zs. And he will never have peace. I want to say that on record. President William Ruto will never know peace because of the blood of the Gen Z children that he authorized to be shed.
Oh, he's the one that authorized?
Oh, yes, he's the president. He's the one who authorized Japheth Kome. He's the one who authorized the abductions through Nurdin Haji. A group of 101 AP officers were recruited with the authority of the president and joined the National Intelligence Service. And that is a group that has been doing the abductions. And that is why when Justin Muturi, as Attorney General, his child was abducted, and everybody was taking him into circles. He called Kidiki, he was taking him in circles. He called Nurdin, he was taking him in circles. He called DCI, Amin, he was taking him in circles. He called Kome, they were taking him in circles. He came to me and he explained to me, I'm the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. My son has been abducted. Ordinarily, when your child is missing and is in the hands of the police, you move to the High Court and file a process called habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is an application compelling the Attorney General to produce the person dead or alive in court. So Justin Muturi asked me, if I file a habeas corpus against the Attorney General, and I'm the Attorney General, and it is my child who is missing, how do I produce that child as Attorney General? And this when I listened, I told him, go and face the president. He went and faced the president and said, I want my child. The president made one call to Nurdin Haji, who confirmed we have the child, and he was released. So it is Nurdin Haji and the National Intelligence Service who have been abducting young people with the full knowledge and approval of President William Ruto. And that is why the president in one rally said, when he was challenged by Raila, we are going to stop this abduction, because he is the one who has authorized them. That is why he can go and say, we have reunited these people. How would you reunite the abductees with the parents unless you know who was abducting them? The president has incriminated himself on evidence now. And these are things that we can actually take him to the ICC, because he has said that these people who are abducted now have been reunited with their families, which means he has been briefed by somebody. Whoever briefed him must be the one behind the abductions. So the president knows who was doing the abductions because somebody briefed him that the children who had been abducted have now been reunited with their families. So that person who briefed him knows who was abducting the children, and hence the president knows who was doing the abductions. So he owes the people of Kenya an explanation.
Where?
He owes the people of Kenya an explanation.